It is a great pleasure being there with you. Yes, my title is great, and I do know that it's not easy to remember it. So, yes, I am responsible for these funds and coordination of that. And also, I represent an agency which will be very important once the co-working space will be opened up, because our agency will play a very important part in distributing funds. What happened in 2023 in Veszprém and in the region, it's something great, and it's a heritage we can build upon. This heritage can really put a very specific stress on this region. I know that I am the last to speak before the coffee break, so I will be short. So, whenever it comes to distributing funds, well, it's very attractive because we do want to have money, and nobody is very much interested how to get to the money. This is a survival path. So, what I will try to do is to render it a little bit more understandable, and we will try to establish a certain know how linked to this very rocky path. So, what we would like to uh, achieve is that here, for example, you've already done so well on the national level. Why not go beyond on the international stage? And you can also see on this slide that the budget of the European Union is composed by several funds. You've got the cohesion funds. We used to really hear lots about that because we've got some debates and disputes around the use of these cohesion funds. Even today, uh, we have a good level of accessibility for us. But we know that the cohesion funds will play a lessening part in the composition of the budget. But we've got new priorities settled. These are different funds, and we will be able to play a part at the level of an agency in it in order to distribute it well. So it means that the structure of these funds will be completely different. So the operational programs had its purpose, its structure, and you are quite used to that, but it will change. It will change. And we have to build an international partnership. It is very, very rare to have a standalone tender. No, normally it's based on a partnership in order to get money from these funds. And you've got some numbers there. We are under the European average when it comes to how to use or to use these funds. You've got these 7 year financial cycles with a huge amount of money. But there is no national quotas in it. It means that there is no budget for different member states. So, what does it mean? It means that you have to be competitive at the European level. So you have to have a project which is understandable, competitive, and relevant at the European level, not only in Hungary, Czech Republic, and so on. And let's say that the whole Central European region is performing under average. So countries which had joined the EU before 2004, they've got good practices. They can easily go and ask funds. And we are, well, not at all at this level, not yet. And unfortunately, the whole uh, tenders, whenever it just worded, well, it's done for the older countries. For example, startups. It's 20 people. Well, it's very easy for Germany, but in Hungary, it's 2 or 3 people, not 20, who works for a startup. So it is difficult. So uh, we uh, bring home 12 euros per capita per year. And what is the European average? 40, 50 euros. In Austria, it's 50, 60. But we've got Germany, it's 230. In Holland, more than 300. And Luxembourg, a very small country, so it's more than 600 euros per capita per year, and the amount from this fund. So we are at 12. So we are way under average. But if there is a town, a city, or a region having international experiences, well, you can effectively shine. You can show to the others how to do that. And this is what we would like to do in Veszprém and in this region. We've already accomplished a step forward in order to get into the international funds stage. We've established relationships. We are a bit more acquainted with this word. We understand more the wording of the standards. We know a little bit better for what we can have money from these European funds. So now we will be able to build upon this experience, an architecture, a structure, basically giving us the possibility to be more successful. And our university, the Pannon University, will be a precious partner in doing so. So I know that we do not have lots of time, so we won't enter into the details. What about the structuring of the programs? You can, if you want, read about it. But what I would like to underline is that the structure is highly complicated. You've got several initiatives, societies, towns, the culture field, which can have the possibility to participate in a tender. So you can have small associations and societies or bigger entities. You can have the possibility to ask, let's say, to ask for money. How we would like to establish the role of Veszprém and the region in sharing its knowledge. Of course, we won't stop gathering knowledge and information. When it comes to Brussels, we've got a network which is very active. We do think and do see that it's really important to join this network and to profit of its knowledge. But we should not just think about universities. We do need, for example, also to test innovation. So it's often very important that the city should be associated, for example, to a university. You also know the network of Europa Nostra, and it's important to be part of it. There is a cultural heritage profile to it. It's a prestige possibility. It's a networking possibility. It enables, for example, Veszprém to later on participate in several tenders. And you also know the fact that Veszprém, since 2019, it's been a music town. So it's important that Veszprém being a city of music because it's also something which gives us more possibility to participate to tenders. And it's important that whenever we come to music, it's of course art and the culture, but it can also help us in order to solve problems coming from society. So it enables us to find solutions in a wider range. So whenever it comes to direct financing, well, we have to be there and to show that we worth it. So we need to participate in international partnerships. We need to be a partner in an international programming. Of course, some goals are set, and we can be there to criticize them too. So it's important also to be there. I've been living in Brussels for 12 years now, and I'm pretty sure that these goals and the needs can be matched. But to understand how to do that, you have to be there. So if you are not seated at a table, you can't eat from the menu which is offered. So we have to be there in order to have our say about it. Very often we are told that, oh my God, it's so complicated, it's too much complicated, we've got several other funds easier to access. Well, economists has have established and elaborated a model. For example, if you want just the easy way, infrastructure, easy budget, and if you don't care about disseminating or cultural part and so on, well, the result won't be the same. We do think that economy is more complex than just investing in one or two things. And as my economist friends used to say, if you want to have a sustainable development, you have to deal with all parts of the picture. Of course, operational programs are very important, cohesion funds are very important, but it's not enough. You need innovation. You need develop researches. You need disseminated knowledge, and so on and so on and so on. Now, it's been now 18 months more or less that our agency is dealing with a very difficult task, how to get people on board to come with us. And that's why we try to help players in order to better understand the tendering process. So, whenever you get a direct funding, it's great, but even to participate in it, it's something which is very important. If you can show that you are able to be there, it shows that you are serious. And here you got my last slide. We do not have a binary task, but it's much more about constructing a network. Veszprém and its region, it's a great pilot program because to establish a network, well, it takes time. And, for example, if Veszprém and its region are pioneers in that, for us it's a precious knowledge. Thank you very much. So, if you have any questions to ask, please contact us, and I will share all my knowledge with you about how to write a good